Hi, second graders. We didn't get a chance to finish reading Knights in Shining Armor, and tomorrow we're going to be starting a new text in Reader's Workshop, so I wanted to make sure I read you the whole book for your read aloud today. So it's Knights in Shining Armor. That author I was telling you about, Gail Gibbons, she writes so many informational texts, and when she does, she uses illustrations to teach you about her facts. But keep in mind, these are all true facts, all real information. The period known as the Middle Ages, from 500 to 1500 AD, was also the Age of the Knights. A long, long, long time ago. Knights were the best fighters in Europe during that time. They wore strong armor and fought on horseback with deadly weapons. Their entire way of life was based on war. They were called ritters in Germany, chevaliers in France, and caballeros in Spain. They were fearless warriors, and they pledged their loyalty to kings, queens, and lords. They agreed to fight their rulers' enemies whenever called upon. In exchange, they were given large plots of land, and they were given the right to rule over the peasants who worked on them. This method of government is called the feudal system. And you know, second graders, we now live in a democracy. We do not live in the feudal system anymore, but here they are. I have to take a peek to make sure I'm showing you all those good pages. The most powerful knights ruled over the nearby countryside from huge stone castles. Surrounded by high walls and deep moats filled with water, these castles were fortresses that provided protection during times of war. So here's that image we've been studying. So you can see I only showed you part of that image when we were studying it in reading time, but here's all of the other outer walls of that castle. It took many years of training to become a knight. First, at age 7, can you believe that? Age 7, a boy became what is called a page. Until his teens, he served his master, who was already a knight, as well as his master's family. From his master, the page learned how to fight with swords, hunt using falcons and hawks. To improve his abilities, he would play games of skill and strategy. So in this picture it shows here, this little boy is a page, and you can see how they're learning with the falcons and hawks. Here's our next page, where it teaches you about how, after being a page, the boy became a squire. A squire practiced handling weapons and became a skilled horseman. The squire continued to serve his master and also rode by his side in battle. After years of training and practice, the squire was ready to become a knight. Any knight would grant knighthood to a squire by saying, "I dub thee knight," at a special ceremony. Some squires were knighted on the battlefield for recognition of great bravery during a fight. The new knight was given his weapons and his sword by his master or his ruler. And now you could be called Sir if you were knighted. It went right in front of your name. So when you were a boy, you could be called Sir and then your first name once you became a knight. To protect himself in battle, a knight carried a light wooden shield. Usually covered in leather and edged in metal, this shield was decorated with the knight's emblem, or the coat of arms. The emblem could be an eagle, a bear, a dragon, a lion, any design he wanted. A knight became famous by showing his coat of arms on many battlefields. So you could see here's the shield with the decorations or designs they put on them. And they often picked designs, second graders, that made them look like fierce warriors. They probably didn't put designs on them that made them look weak. So they didn't put rainbows or balloons or birthday cakes. They put things that made them look strong and warrior, like dragons and lions. The knight's most important weapons were his lance and his sword. He used his lance on horseback. He pointed it at his opponent and rode toward him as fast as he could. The knight tried to kill his enemy or knock him off of his horse with a single hit. He would try to do that before the enemy could do the same to him. So there they are, charging at each other. If his lance broke or his enemy forced him off his horse, the knight had to fight with his sword. Knights clashed their swords together as they fought face to face on the battlefield. Knights also used other weapons. They fought with flails, spiked iron balls that swung on chains. That's what a flail was. And they fought with war clubs called maces, which had heavy iron heads. Sometimes they used a deadly battle axe. So check out those weapons. All right, I'm going to stop there for today. And I want you to think about, what did you learn so far about knights in this text? And I'm going to finish this read aloud tomorrow. I'll see you soon.